It is great to see you today. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Where are we? We've come to Covent Garden right here in central London. Now, I haven't done a kebab on the channel for an awful long time. The last one I done was GDK, and I've got to say that was pretty lousy. And I'll tell you why I don't tend to do them, because they are kind of all mass produced and all deliver the same, and you kind of go to a kebab place when you've had a few beers. But this one is totally different. Why is it different? Well, they've got 7 different restaurants here in central London, and it reckons it is the poshest kebab in the whole of the UK. It's right behind me here, and it's called Le Bab. As always, one must give it a go. Come on then. We're sitting outside. I think kebab shop is a bit of a stretch. It's not really a shop, it's a restaurant. You come in, if you actually want to sit there, it's an open plan kitchen, you want to see the chefs working away, you can. It's got tables as well, and as you see, there's tables outside here. What am I ordering? Under the meze, I'm looking at their famous hummus with peanut curry pesto. I've never had that. Peanut curry pesto on top with flatbread. That's £7.40. Then I'm looking down here, the flame grilled mains. I've got to tell you, it might be the poshest kebab, but it's also possibly the most expensive as well. Whew. Right, I'm going to go for the vegan choice. I'm going to try a bit more than that though. The spice roast aubergine ceviche. That's £13. Now it comes with relish, peanut pesto, vegan mayo, and forager's mix. Then I'm looking, gotta go for the dirty bab. That's £16.50, a very naughty grilled free-range lamb adana, and it's got loads of stuff on it, and I'll go through that a bit later on. And then why not the butter chicken kebab? That's £15.50, free-range chicken in a creamy garlic butter sauce. Now, last time I had butter chicken, that didn't go too good, but that was in an Indian restaurant, so hopefully this one goes far better. And I also hope it goes far better than the German doner kebab I had. That was truly horrendous. Price-wise, it's all up there. I've got to say, if you turn it over, Gary. Drinks, you fancy a glass of red wine, £6.30, white wine £6.30, and if you're into the old sparkling, wow, that's £80 for a champagne. All in, it doesn't seem too bad though, but again, it's down to the quality, it's down to the location, isn't it? You know, at the end of the day, there's no point in complaining about it price-wise until you actually try it. And I hope it's really good, because last time, as I say, I was a bit disappointed. Right, I see you when the hummus arrives, their famous hummus. I always seem to get stuck with the wobbliest tables known to mankind. So I'm going to just help myself to a bit of Bombay Sapphire, a bit of gin, nice and neat. Let's knock it back. Naturally, it's water. See when the hummus arrives, and this wobbly table is going to drive me mad, I think. I'm going to try and sort this out. Actually, it's wobbling everywhere. All right, see you soon. Let's sort it out. Hummus has arrived, and it's a little bit different. You know, if you take a look at it, obviously you've got the hummus on the outside, and then you've got this peanut pesto inside. I like the presentation. It comes with some flatbread here. Oh, the flatbread's nice and warm as well. So let's dive in, see what it's all about. Let's try the hummus first. Come around here, you. That hummus is velvety. Beautifully ground, and it's full of flavour. I like that, that's good. But what I'm interested in doing, I'm going to get my fork here, is diving in and trying it with this peanut pesto. And that's liven the plate up, because otherwise it would look quite dull, wouldn't it? It's going to be hot and spicy. Obviously it's nutty, a bit like myself, but it has got some real Indian spice in there. You can see some mustard seeds, and fundamentally it is kind of like, it's kind of, well, it is Indian flavours. And again with the hummus, It livens it up. Hummus can be a little bit dull and boring. That's not dull and boring. Hang on. Let's have a little bit of lemon on there as well. Let's see what brings that to the party. Let's try that. And let's get it all on, all in. Oh Lord, that's an awful lot, isn't it? Don't spill it, Gary. That lemon brings a bit of zing to it all, a bit of acidity. Do I like that? I tell you what, that's good. And I like the flatbread. You take a look here, that is very thin, it's nice and warm. Yeah, do you know what? Famous it says, I like it. I like it. As a starter, yeah, you can't really go wrong. Like the contrasting flavours of the Indian spice mixing with the hummus. So, yeah, it's not what you'd normally expect, is it? But all round, it's different, but it's good different. Yeah, it's a bit of that oil as well. It's not your normal kebab, is it? Like the presentation and the aroma that's coming up here is like, ooh. So I have the ceviche, the butter chicken, and this bad boy, the dirty bab. He's got a fondue there as well. So yeah, all round I love the presentation. Again, you're looking at the portion size. It's quite a portion, isn't it? So it's served on this flatbread. Let's start with the one that's in front. So we got the foragers salad there, aubergine underneath. You've got some crunchy onion. You've got some garlic mayo in there, and yeah, what can I say? Only one way to deal with this. Let's look at this. Yes. Right. Oh gosh. Yeah. It's going to get messy, isn't it? Let's take a bite out the heart of it all. Definitely getting messy. A lot of flavours going on here. I noticed that with the hummus, the flatbread is a little bit chewy, but take a look in here. The aubergine, that is soft. It's a little bit bitter as well, but not unpleasant bitter. A lot of spice in there. You can get the peanuts, but the thing that's really got me is the actual kick out of it, and it is a kick. But again, it's all in. So you have your veg, then you have the mayo in there as well. And then you have this, oh, here we go with the peanuts. So you've got loads of different textures. Is that good? That's really clever. I mean, the words I'm looking for, that's clever. As a vegetarian stroke vegan dish, I like that. And I'd have that. I'd have that all day long. Impressed. What I'm not impressed with is me dropping it everywhere. And as I said before, the bread is a little bit on the doughy side, so it's a bit of a work your way through it, if you like. So yeah, I'm going to come back to that. Obviously cut it in half so we can have the share. So let's move you out of the way and leave the dirty one until the end. Here we have the butter chicken with the garlic butter naan. Yeah, again, I like the presentation. I'm just going to look at the menu, by the way. I just want to go back to this. So every time you buy one of them, for every vegan kebab sold, we plant a tree. It's a nice touch. I should do it on every single one, really, but hey ho. So I'm going to do this a little bit. I'm just going to make a mess, aren't I? You come around there like this. I'm going to take it from this side this way. You look at it in there. You can see it's packed with the chicken. The aroma's great. Same situation with the bread. It takes me a little bit of time to get through it, so my apologies, but that is delicious. It's nice and hot. But again, the chicken, it's got a little bit of hint of spice in there, but not spicy. It's got a little hint of spice. And then you've got the yogurt, and that brings the flavour and the spice completely down. But what it is, it's tasty. It is so tasty. The chicken's so tender. It's the flavours. The flavours all in there. I really enjoyed that. But now that's overtaken that one. And it's more so to do with all the flavours and the textures and everything balancing all the way through. The butter chicken has taste. The last time I had butter chicken, hardly any flavour, no aroma, no taste. And again, it's all the aroma coming up. That's really good. You know, I've got to do this one. Well, I'm definitely diving back into that. That's great. So, the last but not least, don't fall anywhere. Don't be falling anywhere. Nearly. So clumsy. Now, first things first. Do I like the presentation? Yeah. You've got to like the presentation of that dirty bab. On here it says a very naughty Adana kebab, and you've got chips in there, you've got the sauce going over the top, and in fairness to the lady, she did turn around to me and say, are you a bit nervous about spice and what have you? So I imagine there is a little bit of spice here, a bit nervous about spice. Yeah, I don't mind a bit of spice. Mad. But I want to try this fondue, so let's get in there, try that with the chip. It's down. Now, you can't say that's not clinging. That fella's going to drop in a second. You can't say it's not clinging to the chip. Wow. To say that's cheesy, that is super cheesy. That'd be strange. It'd be interesting to see how that comes in and works with this. The other thing I want to show you, it has some green pesto on the Adana as well. So it's all there. Underneath you've also got peppers as well. Well, actually, it's not peppers. No, that's the chili sauce. Oh, this is going to go. This is definitely going Lionel. Totally messy. I'm not even convinced I'm actually going to be able to. Oh dear. So everything's in it. That's the strange thing. So you've got the chips in there as well as the lamb, all flavours. So yeah, it's going to be another cut here while I take a big bite out of this. What I'm getting out there is an explosion of flavours. You've got the pickle underneath, or the cucumber, and then you've got the softness of the chips, the tenderness of that lamb, and that's where the flavour is, and it's got the juices of the lamb in there as well. Then you've got the spice, and the spice is good spice. It's not there going ow, ow, ow. It's there just tingling away. So that's great. And then you've got some pesto. Now, what I'm interested to see is, sorry, the other thing, when it was there and before I completely messed it all up, it looked fantastic. You know, the colours on the plate, it was vibrant colours, and it was like, eat me. So that's what I did. I dived in and had it. So let's get in here with some of this cheesy fondue. Let's save a little bit of you. You know it's going to go everywhere, don't you? The one thing I've got to say, it is packed. You know, that is jam-packed. Not sure how to attack this now. It's going to attack me, isn't it? I don't think it's needed. It's got a lovely flavour to it, but it's not actually needed in there. And I'll tell you why, because it's so juicy on its own. Because again, you have the juices from the Adana going into the bread. But there is so many different flavours that this is adding another dimension, and I just don't want that. And I've got my friend the pigeon here. What's happened here? The fly has disappeared, and he's called his mate the pigeon, and the pigeon's turned up. Okay? Then the fly also got hold of his mate the wasp, and the wasp annoyed me in another video earlier on. So it's all there. What do I think? I think it's huge quality. Posh kebabs, they are definitely not your norm. Are they bursting with flavour? They are damn good. Every single one of them is really, really, really tasty. So what we're going to do, I'm going to dive in here. Well, we are going to dive in, and then I'm going to get the bill and give you my final thoughts. All round, am I impressed? Well, one is quite impressed, actually. You know, it is quite posh, but is it over the top posh? One doesn't think so. Let's dive in. See you soon. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to finish this one. Actually, I like that one. Also like that one. I'll have another bite out of this one anyhow. What did I think of Kebab? I thought it was le très bien. I thought it was very good. Poshest kebabs in London, in the UK? I think it definitely was. You saw the presentation. Every single one of them dishes had that eat me appeal. You know, it was there and it was like, Gary, pick me up and munch on me. And that's what I did. And the interesting thing was they all had their own distinct flavours. The hummus, I like the hummus to start with, and it was different, wasn't it? I mean, with that kind of Indian twist with the peanut in there, you dipped it all in, you had all the contrasting flavours, and again, that's what you had on all of the kebabs. That aubergine one, I've got to say, I'd have that every day of the week. I really enjoyed it. Then you go on to the next one, the butter chicken. I was like, wow, that's gone. And then you got the dirty one, and that was really dirty, like that was messy. But what I liked more so about that was that it was so appealing on the eye. When you look there, that was, and the aromas that was coming up from everything. And that was the key bit. You had the chef, it was open plan kitchen, you saw him working away, a chef that really cared. Attention to detail was excellent. What was excellent was the staffing as well. I liked the layout of the restaurant. There was very little that you could complain about. All in all, did I think it was good? I thought it was le très bien, as I said. It was very, very good. Was it on the pricey side? Now, I've got to say, in my local kebab place, I think it's £11 for one of them doner kebabs, a large doner, and he just cuts it off and chucks everything in there. This was a stage above. This was elevated. This isn't your local kebab place. This is quality. Now, onto the bill. And this is where it is a little bit, wow. Hummus, £7.40. The ceviche, £13. The dirty bab, £16.50. And the butter chicken bab, £15.50. Now, I've never had service charge in a kebab place, but 12.5% service charge, and I didn't mind that. So the total was £58.95. Now, come on, there's enough there for two, maybe three people. Yeah, there was enough for easily two and a half, three people. So, yeah, what do I think? What marks would you give it? What marks am I going to give it? Do you know I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10? Got to bear in mind it's a chain, and do you know what? It's one of the best chain restaurants I've ever been to. Well, really good. Now, which one was your favourite? I know you didn't taste them, I tasted them, but presentation-wise, I love that presentation. Have you been to Kebab? If you have, if you put that in the comment section below, I'd really appreciate that. And I'd really appreciate if you could like and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, bye-bye. Definite jog coming on here. Oh.